Welcome back, everybody, to the Washington Nationals MLB 26 franchise. We have reached the World Series for 2030. It's what we've been playing all season for, to get back to this spot. We welcome in the Seattle Mariners, as they're going to be the last roadblock to us getting back-to-back World Championships. Very excited for this series. They have a very good lineup. They have a couple of really good pitchers. Hopefully we can get into the bullpen and make a difference. There's the stats there. They have a full run less on the ERA, but our offenses are very similar. So it's just going to be a matter of which team can get to which pitching staff first. And we like I said, we've been playing all year. This is the end goal, and hopefully that man right there will be the biggest thing that we need to get us over this hump and get that back-to-back World Championship. And man, it's just been one of those seasons, and hopefully we can finish it off. This is the World Series on MLB The Show 26. And Paul Skeens, last time we saw him, he was very dominant against both the Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Almost threw a perfect game against the Diamondbacks, but then everything we have hoped for. You can see 1 hit allowed in each of his last 2 starts, only 3 runs allowed. The first man he's going to face is Ian Happ, and first pitch of the game is in for a strike, and that's how we start Game 1 of the World Series. And a 1-2 count now on Happ. Here's Skeens' pitch, and swing and a miss, and he strikes him out on a high 4-seamer. And there we go. That's the start we were looking for. Check out their lineup. It's very loaded. It's got a lot of power at the top. It's got some power towards the bottom. There's not a lot of holes in this lineup. It's going to be a challenge for our pitchers in this series. And stepping in now, Cal Raleigh. See, he's got a lot of power, but his average is very low, so it's loud contact when he makes contact. There's the 1-1 pitch from Skeens. There's a line shot into right at James Wood, and there we go. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first inning. And there's Kyle Stowers. He's had a great postseason so far. Not a lot of power. He has power in his bat, just hasn't shown it yet in the postseason. He's behind 0-2. And the pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. So Skeens strikes out 2 of the first 3 batters here in Game 1 in the top of the first. Edge of the bottom half. You can see if McVay, Abrams, and Langford can get us off to a quick start. And on the mound for the Mariners, Hunter Brown. See his numbers. He has been even better than Skeens in the postseason, if you can believe that. We have our hands full here in Game 1. Hopefully we can make him throw a lot of pitches. That's the goal in all of these games, is make these starting pitchers throw a lot of pitches and get into that bullpen early. First man up, Tom McVay, having an excellent postseason. First pitch to him is inside for a ball. McVay's been doing a phenomenal job being that leadoff guy, sparking the offense. And here's the 1-1 pitch from Brown. There's a ground ball to first base, grabbed there by Naylor. Turns and throws, and there's 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning. You see our lineup, exactly the same one that we used. Finish off the Dodgers. It's been on a roll lately. No reason to change anything at all. And CJ had a slow start to this postseason, but he started warming up against the Dodgers. He's behind 0-2, though. Here's the pitch from Brown. There's a high fly ball at center field, and there it goes. Way out of here. Solo shot to dead center field by CJ, 430 feet. And there's the fast start we were looking for. Shut them down in the top half and put runs on the board in the bottom half. And CJ Abrams, man, had a great regular season. Missed last season's postseason with a broken leg, and he's making up for it this year as he is heating up at the absolute right time that we need him to. And he just absolutely launched a towering shot to dead center field. Man, if our lineup can do this, this is going to be a short series. Now Wyatt Langford's going to step in. He's starting to heat up a little bit too. He's the World Series MVP from last season. 2-1 count, and the pitch. There's a line drive into center field, and that will be caught by Julio Rodriguez for the second out. Hit it hard, but right at Julio. And that'll bring in James. He really got hot against the Dodgers. Went nuts the last 2 games in LA. Gotta love it. See what he did there. 8 hits in his last 3 games in that series. home run and 7 RBI. Exactly the star player that we need for this team. Here's the 3-1 pitch and high for ball 4. So we will get a man on with 2 outs. The inning continues. Brown struggling just a little bit in this inning. Now to bring in Vinny. We all know about his postseason this year. He has just been one of the more consistent bats in our lineup. Heading to count 1-0. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the center field. Rodriguez racing back on the track at the wall, and it's gone! Vinny goes deep to dead center, and that's our second home run of the inning. And now we have a 3-0 lead. Looked like Rodriguez might have a play on the ball, but it just kept carrying, and he couldn't get high enough to reach over. And Vinny, with his 4th home run of the postseason, extend this out to a 3-0 lead right down the middle. Absolutely crushed that pitch. And wow, this is more than I could have asked for here in Game 1, first inning of Game 1. And you can't throw those pitches to power hitters. And you hit 2 balls almost in the exact same spot. Wow. Now bring in Okamoto. See his postseason numbers. Started hot the first 2 games against Arizona. Kind of settled in after that. 3-2 count on him. Here's a pitch. And there's a pop-up up the first base side. Foul territory by the coach's box. And Naylor's going to have that for the 3rd out. But the power bats showed up early here in Game 1. As C.J. Abrams gets it started with a Titanic blast. Vinny Pasquantino fouls it up with a 2-run shot. We're up 3-0 after 1 inning. And start the second inning here with Joe Adell already behind 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it's a ground ball base hit up the middle. So we're not going to have any perfect game drama going late into this game. So they get a man on for the first time here as we start the second inning. Now to bring in Julio, one of their more dangerous batters. Here's the pitch. There's a shot to center field. Racing back is Langford, and he's got that on the run. Adell has to head back to first. So 1 on and 1 out now here in the second inning. I'll bring in Cole Young. Been injured. He's been in their lineup all year, but he's been injured. I believe he's only had 1 at-bat in the postseason. 1-1 count on him and the pitch. And there's a ground ball up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. So you're going to have men at the corners here as the throw goes into third base, and he just beats it. It was closer than I was expecting. So now the Mariners, 2 men on, 1 out. Fly ball will get him on the board. Josh Young at the plates. He's had a pretty good postseason. Okay, Preach, he's going to have to get the ball out of the infield. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Skeens, and there's a tapper up the middle. CJ's got it, steps on the bag, throw to first, and there we go. Room service, double play. Nice play there by CJ in both halves. Both the home run, now the defense. As we snuff out their early rally chance with this double play, we head to the bottom of the second inning, still up 3-0. And first man up for us will be rookie Jeremy Dunbar. He has had a really good postseason. Loving his entirety of his first season at the big leagues. Heading to count 3-0. Here's a pitch from Brown, and it's inside low for a ball, so we get the leadoff man on with a walk. So he's already up to around 30 pitches in the game. Early in the second inning, start of the second inning, Eli's going to step in. He was hitless against the Dodgers, but he had spectacular defense. 1-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball, base hit to right field. So there we go. He's not going to go this whole series without a hit. Good to see him making contact and getting rewarded for it. Had some tough luck in that series as well. So now we have 2 on and nobody out for Harry Ford. We know about his postseason. Guy's just been phenomenal in the 9 spot. 2-2 count on him. Here's a pitch from Brown. There's a pop fly into shallow right center field, racing in. Rodriguez will have it. Throw comes back in. Runners have to hold. We'll have 2 on and 1 out now. And Tom McVeigh, as we go back to the top of the order, grounded out the first, his first time. RBI chance here early here in the bottom of the second. He's behind 1-2. There's Brown's pitch. There's a line shot to third. Throw to second, and he's back. So tried to get the double play there, but he only get 1 on the play. So now it's going to take a 2-out hit from CJ. He had that big home run to start this game. Another big RBI chance here if we can get a 2-out clutch hit. Here's the pitch from Brown. Here's a ground ball, base hit to right field. Runners around third. Here, oh, he's going to hold. So that was too shallow into right field. Even though the throw was offline, we held the runner at third. So now we're going to have bases loaded and 2 outs. And Wyatt Langford stepping to the plate. He's got a really good clutch rating. 2-2 count on him. Brown in a jam early. Here's the pitch. And, oh, strike 3 called. Thought it was low and away, but it got good part of the zone there. So he strikes out looking. We're going to head to the top of the third inning. Brown is all pumped up now. Pitched himself out of a jam. We still have a 3-0 lead as we head to the top of the third inning. And first man up for the Mariners is going to be Josh Naylor. See his postseason numbers there. He does have power, even though he hasn't shown it so far in the postseason. Behind 0-2. Here's a pitch from Skeens. And strike 3 called at the letters. There we go. He's got the strikeout pitch going early tonight. It's his 3rd K already. See this replay. I don't know what he was looking for. But he gets painted right at the letters. There we go. I'm going to bring in Otto Lopez. And you know you have a good lineup when this guy's hitting 9th. So he'd be hitting in the middle of the order in the top 3 in any other lineup. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out on the sweeper. Down and in, so Skeens gets another K. That's number 4. His dominant postseason continues. You can see his usage on the game so far. Mostly fastball, sweeper. And I'll bring in Happ, who struck out to start the game. Nobody on and 2 out. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss. He strikes out again. So there we go. Paul Skeens on a roll. 5 strikeouts through 3 innings. So we head to the bottom of the third. We're up 3-0 here in game 1. And first man up for the Nats here in the third will be James Wood. He walked his first time up. Count even at 2. This is going to be pitch 56 for Brown. First batter of the third inning. And swing and a miss, and he strikes out on a fastball off the plate. That'll be the first out there. It's his 2nd K of the game. That'll bring in Vinny with nobody on and 1 out. Big 2-run shot. His first time up. Here's the pitch. There's a smash past Naylor down the line. And running over is Adele. He's going to hold him to a single. I mean, Vinny doesn't have the greatest speed. You can see 23 speed, but rope right past the first baseman. So now we have 1 on, 1 out for Okamoto. First pitch to him. There's a shot to center field. Racing over is Rodriguez, and it drops in front of him. Wasn't sure if he's going to get there or not. So we're going to have a base hit to center. Going to put 2 men on and only 1 out. As Brown is in another jam for the 3rd straight inning, and Dunbar's going to step in. Walked his first time as well. 0-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball third base. Knocks it down. Young looking and no play. So we're going to have an infield hit. And we're going to have the bases loaded for the 2nd inning in a row. Good thing he bobbled that. Could have been a double play, but now we have bases loaded, and that's it. Hunter Brown is out of this game. He's only thrown 61 pitches at this point. And he doesn't even get an out. Well, he gets 1 out. 1 out here in the third. So 2 1/3. That is not the start they were looking for. Trotting in out of the pen will be Chad Patrick. He pitched earlier in the postseason, had 1 start, went 5 innings, and they moved him to the bullpen for this series. Look at his numbers there. His clutch rating of 96. That's why they're bringing him in right now. Bases loaded, 1 out. Eli Willits at the plate. Singled his first time, but he's had a rough postseason. He's behind 1-2. Here's the pitch, and swing and miss, and he strikes out on the circle change, and that's a 2nd out. So what we could not have happen, double play or a strikeout, and now it's going to take a 2-out single by Harry Ford, or at least a hit of some sort, to get a run in. And they count 1-0. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball grabbed by Young. Takes his time, throw to first, and Seattle dodges another bullet. 2 innings in a row with the bases loaded, and they don't give up any runs. They keep this at 3-0 as we head to the 4th inning. Actually, we're going to skip ahead to the top of the 5th as nothing happened in either half of the 4th. So Julio Rodriguez is going to lead things off for the Mariners. 0-1 pitch from Skeens on the way. There's a line shot into right field, and that's going to drop in front of Wood for a base hit. So the Mariners will have their man on, their leadoff man on here in the 5th. They try to get back into this game. You know, Julio has some speed too. He's got to watch that stolen base. Cole Young's going to step in, singled his first time, stranded. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss, and he strikes out on a circle change off the plate, and that's the first out of the inning. Strikeout number 7 for Skeens. That'll bring in Josh Young. Hit into a double play. His first time up. 1 on and 1 out. 1-0 count. Here's a pitch from Skeens. Runner goes. Strike. Throw down. And he is safe. So Rodriguez takes away the double play chance with the stolen base there. Said you got to be careful with him. You can see kind of a delayed jump. But Rowe was close, but kind of short-hopped Abrams and gets in. Now there's a man on second and 1 out. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to first. McVeigh's got it. He'll race to the bag as Rodriguez goes to third. That's the second out of the inning. And it's so nice having this guy as a Gold Glover at first base. And that'll bring in Naylor. He struck out his first time. Going to take a 2-out hit for the Mariners to get a run this inning. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball to third. Okamoto's got it. Throw to first. And there we go. Give up a leadoff single, stolen base, strand that runner at third, keep this game at 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And first man up, it's going to be Vinny. Got a single and a home run, driven in 2 already, having a great start to this World Series. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Patrick. There's a high fly ball in the center field. Rodriguez racing back. Same exact spot. Same exact result. And there it is. Another home run for Vinny Pasquantino. His second of the day. His 3rd hit. Have a game 1 Vinny. My goodness. That's our 3rd home run to dead center field. Vinny has 2 of them. And these Mariners pitchers must feel absolutely ambushed here in game 1. See this replay. Another pitch right down the middle, belt high. I mean, you can't place the ball there against these hitters. And then he just lost it. Exact same spot. And, wow. Kind of shocked. This is not what I expected in game 1 with Hunter Brown on the mound, but we'll take this. That'll bring in Okamoto. First pitch to him is a ground ball second base. Young's got it. Takes his time. Throw to first, and that's the first out here in the 5th inning. Man, this team is just ridiculous right now. And that'll bring in Dunbar. Singled his first time. Nobody on and 1 out. 3-0 count on him. There's the pitch from Patrick. And ground ball to first. Grabbed there by Naylor. Race to the bag. That'll be the second out. That'll bring in Eli. He's singled and struck out tonight. Nobody on and 2 out. There's a ground ball second base. Young's got it. He throws to first. So Patrick gives up the leadoff home run to Vinny. Then settles down and gets 3 in a row after that. The Nationals go 4-0 lead as we go to the 6th. And we're actually hopping to the top of the 7th. Both teams went down 1-2-3 in the 6th. Kyle Stowers 1 for 2 on the night, leading off. First pitch to him is a shot into right center field. Racing over is Langford. And it is off the wall. And he gets it, throws, comes back in. Stowers going for third. Here's the throw, and he is out by a mile. Wow. Stowers got greedy there. They're down by 4 runs, just need base runners. Tried to extend it to a triple. And a good throw from Langford and an absolute missile from Willits guns him down easily at third base. So leadoff double ends up with a man out on the bases, and that'll bring in Adele. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Nobody on, 1 out. Full count. Here's the pitch from Skeens. And low for ball 4. So they get a man on. They would have 2 men on and nobody out right now if Stowers just stops at second. Now bring in Julio. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. He could make this a 2-run game with 1 swing of the bat. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a shot to left field. Racing back is Dunbar, and that is off the wall. Throw comes back in. And Adele rounding third. Here's the throw to the plate, and he is out by 30 feet. What is he thinking? My goodness. Eli Willits with 2 great strong relays gunning down guys on the bases in this game. Watch this replay. Look at that. When he caught the ball, he was a third of the way from home plate. He was 2/3 of the way down, so gunned him out, and now Cole Young's going to step in with a man on second and 2 outs. 0-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And there's a blooper down the left field line. Racing over is Dunbar. And that's going to drop for a base hit. Runner's going to score. Throw to second. And he is out. What is going on? Paul Skeens has not retired a single batter in this inning. But we've thrown out 3 of their runners on the bases. And it's only a 4-1 game. It could actually be a tie game at this point if they could learn how to run the bases properly. And coming in out of the pen is going to be Jason Foley as we hop to the top of the 8th inning. We did nothing in the bottom of the 7th. So Foley, you see his numbers on the season. Skeens pitched a great game for us here in game 1. And now we turn it over to the pen. Josh Young 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts to be their first man up as they trail by 3. 1-0 count. Here's a pitch from Foley. There's a line drive into left field. And that's going to be short hopped by Dunbar. Didn't want a chance missing that and turning it into an extra base hit. So they get their leadoff man on with a single. And I'll bring in Josh Naylor. First pitch to him. There's a pop-up foul ball over by the on-deck circle. And Ford's got it. There we go. Big out there. Keep that runner at first base. Now bring in Otto Lopez for 2 on the night. First pitch is a ground ball to third. Okamoto. Oh, and he boots it. Okamoto. That was a sure double play ball there, and he boots it, and we get nobody on the play. No outs. So now they're going to have 2 on and 1 out. That'll bring in Ian Happ. He's 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. And we can't give these guys outs. They have a really deep lineup. 2-1 count on Happ. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball, second base. Abrams got it. Flipped to second for 1. Relay to first, and Happ beats that out. It was hit entirely too slow to turn 2. At least we get 1 on the play. So now we have men at the corners and 2 outs. And that's it for Foley. Going to go to the bullpen. Want to make sure we get this inning over with. Should have been done earlier, but that double play ball kind of messed things up. Coming in out of the pens, give me our closer, Joan Duran. Want to nip this in the bud right now. Slam the door, as the scoreboard says. Exactly right. He's been phenomenal since we traded for him in the middle of July. That swap with the Phillies and giving them Garrett Whitlock and a prospect. He's done a great job so far in the postseason. 2 out of 2 in saves. Got a win as well. He's facing Cal Raleigh, who is the tying run at the plate. So he's 0 for 3 on the night. Here's the pitch from Duran. There's a high fly ball into right field. Racing back is Wood on the track, and he's got it. There we go. So Duran gives up a long fly ball, but it stays in the park and keeps this game at 4-1 in favor of the Nats as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. And first up for us to be Jeremy Dunbar, 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. See if we can get any more tack-on runs in this inning. He's behind 0-2. Ben Joyce on the mound now for the Mariners. And swing and a miss on a high pitch up in the eyes, and he strikes out. That's the first out here in the inning, trying to chase that high heat. That'll bring in Eli now with nobody on and 1 out. 1 for 3 on the night. First pitch to him. The high fly ball in the left center field. Stowers will run over, and he's going to settle and get that. It's going to be 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And they're going to the pen. This is the second inning of work for Joyce. They're going to bring in right-hander Troy Taylor. See his numbers in the postseason, having a good season, good postseason so far for Seattle. And the first man he's going to face is Harry Ford. Hitless on the night with a strikeout. And he's behind 1-2. There's a pitch from Taylor. There's a ground ball off the second baseman Young's glove, and Ford's going to have an infield hit here with 2 outs as we extend this inning. Another base hit for Harry Ford. Now take us back to the top of the order, and Tom McVeigh, 1 for 4 with a single on the night. 1 on, 2 out, 0-2 count. Long look by Joyce. Here's the pitch. There's a shot in the center field, and Rodriguez running over, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. As a runner on first goes to third, so now we have men at the corners and 2 out. McVeigh didn't get all the wood on that one, just kind of floated out there and died. And that'll bring in CJ, 2 for 4 with a single and a home run. Big RBI chance here to get us tack on runs. Heading to count 2-1. Here's a pitch from Taylor. There's a line drive base hit up the middle, and Ford's going to score. McVeigh's going to stop at second, but there we go. Tack on run makes it 5-1. Going to make them hit a grand slam to tie the game. See this replay. DJ's third hit of the game. Just got on top of that one and hit it right up the middle and through. Clutch RBI there, and they're going back to the pen as Taylor has come into the game and given up 3 singles in a row and a run that they couldn't afford to give up. Not a good performance tonight by him. And they're going back to the pen for Jordan Hicks, the hard-throwing right-hander. Lefties are kind of eating them up, though. But good thing for them is Langford's at the plate, so he's going to get a right-handed batter. See Wyatt 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Had a tough game 1 so far. We have 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Heading to count 2-0. And the pitch is a ground ball up the middle and through. McVeigh around third. On his way home, here's the throw, and he's going to be in safe. And that's another tack-on run. Nationals up 6-1 now. That'll bring in Wood now, 2 on and 2 out. See if we can add any more runs this inning. Here's the pitch. There's a line smash. 1 hop to short, flip the second, and that's the third out. Man, he crushed that pitch and got nothing positive out of it, but we used a bunch of singles in the inning. Actually, 4 singles in a row. Extend this lead out to 6-1 as we head to the top of the 9th. And first man up for the Mariners will be Kyle Stowers. First pitch to him. It's a high fly ball into right center field. Langford racing over, shy of the track. He's going to have that, and there we go. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Now bring in Joe Adell. He's 1 for 2 with a single. He was thrown out at the plate. Not sure why he went. He's behind 0-2. Here's the pitch from Duran. And high fly ball on the right. Wood a couple of steps to his left. Gonna have it. There we go. 2 up, 2 down. Pretty easy so far. 3 flyouts, though, by Duran. And I'll bring in Julio. Single, a double, a stolen base, a run scored. Been most of their offense in this game. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Duran. The ground ball to short. Willis has it. Takes his time. Throw to first. And there we go. We get game 1 of this 2030 World Series. Dominating performance at the plate, on the mound, in the field. Great start by Skeens. Multiple home runs in the game. And we took it to them, got their best pitcher out of the game in the 3rd inning. And you got to be happy with that. First game here in this World Series we try to repeat. See the line score. Brown, 2 1/3 innings, 7 hits. Rodriguez, a couple hits. Vinny, a couple of home runs. Abrams, 3 hits and a home run. Skeens, 7 hits, 7 strikeouts. And there we go. Quick start here. So we get another victory. World Series. You want that trophy. You get back-to-back. Look at this box score. 2 hits for Stowers, 2 for Rodriguez, 2 by Young. Only had 1 walk. Had a couple of doubles. And there we go. Brown, 7 hits, 2 walks, 3 runs out of the game. Patrick, only 1 run allowed. Taylor comes in, faces 3 batters, ends up giving up 2 runs. Their pitching was not up to par this game. Our side, 2 hits from McVeigh, 3 for Abrams, 3 for Pasquantino. We hit 3 home runs. And Skeens, great start. Foley and Duran did the job, shut them down when they had a rally late in this game. We get the game 1 victory. Now it's on to game 2. And that was almost a perfect way to start this World Series in game 1. Now we look to win both games here before we go back to Seattle. Mariners desperately need to get a split here, get home field advantage in the series, and we want to get off to a great fast start, put them behind the 8 ball for the rest of the series. Hopefully we can get another good start tonight. As you know, we have 2 aces in this staff. On the mound tonight, Shane McClanahan was our number 1 last year, number 2 this year. Gives us a competitive advantage in the series. And young lefty, Cade Anderson on the mound for the Mariners. It's Seattle Mariners. Had a rough first game, looking to rebound here in game 2. It's the Washington Nationals, showing that they are clearly the best team in baseball. It's the World Series, and it'll be the show 26. There's Sugar Shane right there. See his numbers in the postseason. Had a rough start, his first start, but he's been really good since then, and hopefully he can have another good outing here and give us a 2-0 lead here in the series. First man up is Ian Happ. First pitch of the game is low for a ball. Happ playing left field today instead of DH. He and Stowers are flipping spots. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field. Wood racing back to the track, to the wall, leaps, and it's out of here. Into the bullpen for a home run. And that's how we start game 2 as Ian Happ goes Apo Taco. And the Mariners get off to a quick 1-0 lead. Something they could not do in game 1 was get on the board early. And they got to love that start. That was a pitch down and away, so I'm not sure how he went down and got it. There's their trident for their celebration in the dugout after home runs. See this replay. That was down and away. And he goes down. Hurry up. There it is. Down and gets it. And got to credit the batter there. Hit a pitcher's pitch and hit it out of the park. All right, that'll bring in Cal Raleigh now. Nobody on and nobody out. Hitless in game 1. Only count on him. There's a pitch from McClanahan. There's a ground ball at first. Snagged by McVeigh. Race to the bag, and there's one out. Here's their lineup on the game. Everything gets shuffled around against the lefty. Arroyo comes into play second base. Like I said, Happenstowers flip places on defense, and Naylor gets moved way up in the lineup. Here's Joe Adell. What he's done his last 10 games. He's behind 0-2 in this count. Here's the pitch from Shane. Pop fly in right field down the line, racing over his Wood, and he'll get there and have that for the second out. Nice jam shot pitch there by Shane. Now to bring in Julio. A couple of hits in game 1. Nobody on and 2 out here. Mariners up 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch from McClanahan. There's a line drive base hit to center field. Langford scoops that up and gets it back in. So the inning isn't over. Get a man on with 2 outs. They look to extend the inning and get a 2-out rally going. Josh Young at the plate. 1-1 count on him. There's a pitch. And ball in the dirt. Throw down. And Julio's in with another stolen base. So picked the perfect pitch to run on. That curveball down in the zone. Good jump and perfect pitch to run on. He was easily into there safely. Ford had really no chance on the play. So now they're going to have a man in scoring position in 2 out, 2-2 count. There's a line drive into center field. Racing back is Langford, and he'll settle and get that for the 3rd out. So the Mariners do get on the board early. Ian Happ with a leadoff home run gets them out to a 1-0 lead here in game 2 as we head to the bottom of the 1st. See if he can get that run back in the bottom half. And on the mound for the Mariners, young lefty Cade Anderson. See his numbers having a really, really good postseason for them. So it's going to be a tough task for us here in this game. He's a strikeout pitcher as well. Tom McVeigh, our leadoff man, steps in. First pitch of the game is outside, ball 1. So McVeigh had a big RBI in the 8th inning to extend our lead back in game 1. A couple of hits in that game. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And it's a pop-up on the infield. Young, the edge of the grass, is going to have that. Jam shot pitch there, gets him out. So 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 1st. Now to bring in CJ. Got it started with a solo shot in the 1st inning of yesterday's game. 3 hits in that game. Up over 300 in the postseason now. Works the count full. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the left center field. Racing over is Happ, and he's got it on the run for the 2nd out. Long way to go to get that one. Kind of surprised Rodriguez didn't chase him off. Now to bring in Langford. He also had a big RBI in the bottom of the 8th inning. Nobody on and 2 out. Bottom of the 1st. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Cade Anderson. There's a shot into right field. Racing back is Adell, and that ball is off the wall. Langford on his way to second, so you're going to have a 2-out double by Langford to get us a man in scoring position. Nice job there, taking that pitch the opposite way. Drives that pitch. Here's the replay. He's got plenty of power. There it is, off the wall. Hustles into second base. Kind of hung that curveball. Can't be hanging curveballs against our lineup. Now bring in James Wood now. See his postseason's getting better and better every day. And on second and 2 out. Try to tie this game up with a 2-out hit. Here's the pitch to Wood. And a swing and a miss, and he strikes out on the slider. Way out in front of that pitch. So Anderson pitches around the 2 Out double by Langford. Failed to get this game tied. We head to the top of the second inning. Mariners up 1-0. And first man up for Seattle is going to be Josh Naylor. His postseason numbers, nothing spectacular there. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And the pop-up on the infield. McVay's going to run in, and he'll settle and have that. There we go, 1 up, 1 down here in the second inning. Nice pitch there by Shane. Little jam shot pop-up in the infield, and that'll bring in Stowers. 381 postseason. No home run. Still looking for his first home run, but he's getting base hits right and left. 0-1 count on him. And the pitch. There's a fly ball into right center field. Racing over is Langford, and he'll get there for the second out. So there we go. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the second. And that'll bring in Otto Lopez. Going to try and get a 2-out rally going for Mariners. He's behind in the count 0-1. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball at first base. McVay backhands it, and he'll race to the bag. So there we go. Respond from that 1 run allowed in the first with a 1-2-3 inning here in the second. See if we can get the run back here in the bottom half. The Pasquantino, Okamoto, and Dunbar coming up. There's Vinny. Had a single and 2 home runs in game 1, so gotta love his early start to this World Series. Works the count full. Here's the pitch from Anderson. There's a high fly ball into right field. Racing back is Adele, and that one's out of here. Vinny goes yard again. His 6th home run of the postseason. His 3rd home run in this World Series already. My goodness, Vinny. He just said, hey guys, just jump on my back. We're going to get this repeat World Series championship. Just let me do my thing. Holy crap, look at this. Goes down on a 3-2 pitch and hooks it and pulls it into the bullpen. And I'm speechless. I can't believe this guy's got 3 home runs already, and we're like 2 innings into game 2. I'll bring in Okamoto. Here's the pitch to him, and there's a smash right to first base. Naylor knocks it down, throw to the pitcher, and there's 1 out here in the second inning. Vinny has me dumbfounded. My goodness, gotta love it. Had to bring in Dunbar. Nobody on, 1 out here as game is suddenly tied with 1 swing of the bat. He's behind 1-2. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball, and Naylor's got it. He'll turn and throw to the pitcher, and there's 2 up, 2 down. Well, 2 batters in a row are down. He got a home run to start the inning. He's got a lot of range there at first base. He goes to his right really well. That'll bring in Eli now. Nobody on and 2 out. See if he can get on base and get a 2-out rally going. 0-1 count on him. It's going to be pitch 34 from Anderson, only in the second inning. Here's a line drive into right center field. That's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. Eli on his way to second base. Going to be his 2nd hit of this series. There we go. Need him back to what he did in the regular season when he hit 25 bombs. There we go. So we get a 2-out extra base hit. See the replay. Drives that pitch just like Langford did in the first inning. Now we have a chance to take the lead with 2 outs. Going to take a hit, though, by Harry Ford. See his numbers on the postseason. Very capable of doing that. 2-2 count on him. Pitch number 40 here. Only in 2 outs in the second inning. Making Anderson throw a lot of pitches. And he swings and misses and strikes out the end of the inning. But Vinny comes through again. Big solo shot to start the inning. Ties this game up at 1 as we head to the 3rd inning. And Seattle will go down 1-2-3 in the top half. So we're going to go to the bottom half. Tom McVay is going to lead things off and get us the lead here in the bottom of the 3rd. He scored 9 runs in his last 10 games. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and there's a line drive to center field. Racing in is Rodriguez, and he'll take that for the first out. He torched that ball right at Rodriguez. That'll bring in CJ, 0 for 1 tonight, 3 for 6 in the series already. 0-1 count on him. And the pitch from Anderson. It's a line shot into center field. That's going to drop in front of Rodriguez. So CJ is going to hit his 4th hit of the series. And with his speed, you know what's going to happen. See this replay. He goes down, kind of hit it right there off the end of the bat. Just got it over the second baseman into center field. Gonna bring in Langford now with 1 on and 1 out. Here's the pitch. There he goes. Strike. Throw down. CJ safe. There we go. Single stolen base gets a man in scoring position as we try and take the lead here in the 3rd inning. 1-1 count and the pitch. There's a smash into right field, and that ball is down in front of Adele. Abrams had to hold. He had to wait to see if that was going to be caught or not, so he's not going to score on the play. So that'll give us men at the corners now with 1 out. James Wood stepping to the plate. He's 1 for 5 in the series. Struck out his first time. See if he can come through here. Just need to get the ball past the pitcher on the ground or in the air to the outfield. 3-2 pitch is, strike 3 called on the outside corner. Painted pitch there by Cade Anderson. Thought that was a ball. Wood is so tall. He's got a very tall strike zone. It looks like a ball, and it's just right there on the corner. So give credit to Anderson for making a great pitch. And that's going to bring in Vinny now with men at the corners and 2 out. Going to take a hit to get us the lead. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive. Caught by the second baseman, Arroyo. Man, thought that was going to get over his head and get down, but it just sunk just enough at the end for the second baseman to grab it as Vinny hitting ball hard all over the place. And this game is still tied as we head to the 4th. And we're going to hop ahead to the top of the 5th. Both teams went down 1-2-3 in the 4th inning. No sense showing all of that. So Josh Naylor's going to lead things off. 2-2 count on him. Here's McClanahan's pitch. There's a ground ball. And a bad hop eats up McVeigh. So Seattle's going to get their leadoff man on with a bad hop single. You have no control when you're playing defense on that. You're over there. You're pushing the button to go to the bag. Here's the replay. Right over the middle of the plate. And just bam, wicked hop right there. So base hit for Naylor. And that'll bring in Stowers. Very dangerous bat here. First pitch to him. There's a line drive into left field. That's going to drop in front of Dunbar. So they're going to have their first 2 men on to start the inning. You can see he took that stupid little false step back, and it gave him no chance to get this ball. Stowers, we're lucky that ball stayed in the park. Absolutely scorched that pitch the other way. And that's going to bring in Lopez. 0 for 4 on the series. 0 for 1 tonight. 2 men on and nobody out. Double play would be awesome. Strikeout would be good too. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. So there we go. Get the first out of the inning. Runners don't move up, and now we get a chance to get a double play to get out of this mess. Now to bring in Michael Arroyo, playing second base tonight. Grounded out his first time. Take another ground ball here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. The pop-up behind the plate. Harry Ford is going to settle. He's got plenty of room. And that'll be a big second out there as the runners have to hold at first and second. Great pitching there by McClanahan. That'll take us to the top of the order, and Ian Happ, who homered to start the game. So he's a dangerous hitter. Only 1 for 6 in the series, though. You can see this is going to be the 23rd pitch of the inning for McClanahan. He swings and misses and strikes out, so Happ made him work. McClanahan pitches around the 2 leadoff singles, keeps this game tied as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. First man up for us in the inning is going to be Harry Ford. He struck out his first time. 1 hit in the series so far. If he can get on base and get a rally going. Works the count full. Here's the pitch from Anderson. There's a fly ball into shallow center field. Racing out is the second baseman, and it's going to drop in front of him and Rodriguez. So a bloop single by Harry Ford. It's going to get a man on first here to start the bottom of the 5th. And that's going to be it for Anderson. He's pitching a really good game. His pitch count is like in the high 60s, and they're taking him out of the game. And they're going to bring in Troy Taylor. He gave up 3 straight hits in game 1, gave up 2 runs. So kind of a head-scratching move here, especially with a couple of lefties coming up, and Tom McVeigh, CJ Abrams. See, McVeigh's 0 for 2 on the night. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a ground ball, base hit to left field. So we're going to have 2 men on now and nobody out. See, the shortstop was cheating up the middle to play for the double play. McVeigh hit it just to his right into the hole. See him cheating up the middle. He's playing his normal position. He gets that ball. So there we go, Tomboy. Now bring in CJ. 1 for 2 with a single. 4 hits in the series already. Big RBI chance here as we try and take the lead here in the 5th. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a pop fly into center field. Actually a little deeper than I thought. Rodriguez settles under. He's got it. Ford tags. Here's the throw. And he is going to be in safe as the throw is offline. So now we have men at the corners and 1 out. Langford at the plate, single and a double tonight. Just needs to get this ball to the outfield to get us a 2-1 lead. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball, knocked down, grabbed by Naylor, steps on the bag, throw to the plate, and he's safe. Wow. That was just a weird play all the way around. Makes a great defensive play. Here's the replay. Smoke down the line. Nice grab there to take away the extra base hit. Just steps on the bag because that's where he is. And a runner ran and beat the throw. So now we have a 2-1 lead on that RBI ground out. And James Wood will step in 0-for-2 with 2 strikeouts. Did not expect to score a run on that play. Here's the 0-2 pitch. There's a line drive. Base hit to center field. McVeigh is around third, and he's going to score. And we're going to get another run as we take a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Very clutch 2-out hit there by Wood as he's been struggling at the plate tonight. That pitch was hung slider. Belt high, and it gets belted to center field for an RBI. And that'll bring in Vinny. 1-for-2 with a solo home run. 3 home runs in the series. 6 in the postseason. Behind 0-2. Here's Taylor's pitch. There's a ground ball grabbed by Naylor. He's going to step on the bag to end the inning. But the Nationals rally, score 2 runs in the inning, take a 3-1 lead as we head to the top of the 6th inning. And the first man up for Seattle is going to be catcher Cal Raleigh. 1-1 pitch to him. And there's a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So that's his first hit of the series. Get their leadoff man on. Bring the tying run to the plate. That's going to be Joe Adell. Plenty of power in his bat. It's 0-for-2 on the night, though. 0-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Shane. And a swing and a miss. He strikes out on the big curveball there, and that's the first out of the inning. He's hoping for either a strikeout or a double play. But that's strikeout number 6 for Shane. See this replay. Big 12-6 curveball, and the bottom just drops out as he swings over it. Absolutely filthy pitch. That'll bring in Rodriguez now. First pitch to him, and in the dirt, gets away. Throw down to second, and he's out. There we go. He guns him down. They lose another base runner. In the dirt, Paul barely squirts away. The catcher goes. Doesn't have the greatest speed, but he's not stupid slow either. And a great throw by Ford gets him. And now Julio's going to bat with nobody on and 2 outs. 1-2 pitch to him. There's a high fly ball into right center field. That ball's going to get down off the wall. Wood tracks it down. Throw comes back in. And that's going to be a 2-out double by Rodriguez. And that could have been an RBI double if Raleigh doesn't get thrown out at second base. See this replay. Both teams wearing out that right center field wall tonight with extra base hits. And, yeah, this could be a 3-2 game if Raleigh doesn't get gunned down. And I'll bring in Josh Young now. And on second and 2 out, here's the pitch. Ground ball third base. Okamoto's got it. Casual throw. There we go. And that's the 3rd out. So we dodge a bullet. Give up a leadoff single. And a double. They don't score as Okamoto, Dunbar, and Willits are up for us here in the bottom half. And new pitcher for the Mariners here in the bottom of the inning. It's going to be Jordan Hicks. See what he's done in the postseason. Got to love those right-handed bats, hitting .467 off of him, though. See if we can get any more runs here in the inning. Into this 3-1 lead. Okamoto only 1 hit in the series so far. See if we can get a rally here. Lead off the inning. 0-1 count. And the pitch. And there's a ground ball second base. Arroyo's got it. Throw to first. And there's 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That'll bring in Dunbar. He's 0-for-2 with a strikeout. 1 hit in the series. He also has a walk. Runs the count full. There's a pitch from Hicks. There's a pop-up in the middle of the infield. And they're just going to stand there and watch the pitcher field this. I don't know why no one was there. Should have been first, third, or catcher, but never want to let the relief pitcher catch a pop-up. So there's 2 out now, and Eli Willits a bat with nobody on base. And here's a shot into right center field. That's going to get down. That's going to be another extra base hit for Eli. His 3rd hit of the series. So after a hitless NLCS, he is on fire to start this World Series. Here we go, Eli. Got to love that. See this replay. Goes out there and just pulls that pitch into the gap. Now we have a scoring chance here with 2 outs. Harry Ford stepping in. Already got a hit in today's game. See if he can come through with a clutch hit now. 0-2 count. There's a pitch from Hicks. And swing and miss. He strikes out on the sweeper to end the inning. So we get a man on with 2 out. Can't get him home as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Still clinging to a 3-1 lead. We're actually going to hop ahead to the top of the 8th as nothing happened in the 7th inning for either team. And Louis Varland's going to come out of the pen. See his stellar postseason work right there. And he's moved into the setup role with the injury to Sterner. First man he's going to face is Michael Arroyo. He's 0 for 2 on the night. There's a line drive into left field. And that's going to drop and be a base hit. So that'll be his first hit of the series. And the Mariners will have their leadoff man on, which will bring the tying run to the plate. That's going to be Ian Happ. He's already homered in the game. He only has 1 hit in the series. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And strike 3 called at the letters on the outside corner. Big strikeout there by Varland on a tough hitter. See this replay. Has him so confused. He walked to our dugout. Here's the pitch. And he just freezes him with that high fastball on the outside part of the plate. And that'll bring in Cal Rowley now. He can tie it with 1 swing of the bat. 1 on, 1 out. There's a high fly ball in the center field. Langford's going to easily take that. That'll be the 2nd out of the inning. The runner's going to have to go back to first base. Louis with a nice pitch there. Keep him in the ballpark. And that'll bring in Adele. He's 0 for 3 on the night. First pitch to him is strike, throw down. I'm sorry, the ball. And safe as Arroyo steals second base. That'll get rid of the force play. The man scoring position, 2 out. 2-2 pitch. There's a line drive into left field. That's going to get over Dunbar's head off the wall. Arroyo's going to score. Throw comes back in, and he's going to be in with an RBI double. So Adele stays in the ballpark, but delivers some key RBIs. They cut it down to a 1-run lead here in the 8th inning. Dugout loving that. Here's the replay. The high pitch, and he just got on top of it, drove it over Dunbar's head. Now he represents the tying run with 2 outs here in the 8th. And that's going to be it for Louis. Don't want to chance it. Pitched well, but it's a 1-run game now, and we're going back to our closer, Juan Duran. Going to ask him to get a 4-out save for the 2nd game in a row. He slammed the door in game 1, hoping he can do the same thing here in game 2. His numbers 3 for 3 in saves with a win. He's going to have to face a tough man, Julio Rodriguez. 2 for 3 tonight. He had 2 hits in game 1. Tying run at second. Going ahead run at the plate. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. A swing and miss. He strikes him out on a 12-6 pitch there to end the inning. Excellent pitch there by Duran. But the Mariners do get a run in the inning. Cut our lead down to 3-2. We head to the bottom of the 8th. See if we can get another tack-on run. But Duran did his job and shut them down. And we would not score. We would go down 1-2-3 as we head to the 9th. Byron Buxton's going to come in the game and play center. Langford's going to move over to left, place at Dunbar. And Josh Young's going to step in. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout tonight. Heading to count 2-0. Here's a pitch from Duran. There's a base hit past first base down the line all the way into the corner. Wood chasing it down. Young on his way to second. And he's going to get the 9th inning started with a leadoff double. So the tying run's going to be in scoring position right off the rip. See this replay. Chased that outside pitch and just kept it fair. Diving attempt by McVeigh, and he gets down. And here's the replay. It was right there on the line. Great placement by Young. And that'll bring in Naylor. He's 1 for 3 with a single. He has plenty of extra base power in his bat. 0-1 count on him. Here's the pitch from Duran. And it's a tapper to second base. Abrams charges, throws to first. That's the first out of the inning, but the tying run moves to third on the play. It's going to take a high fly ball to get this game tied up, and Kyle Stowers will step in. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Plenty of pop in his bat to get that job done. A tough task here for Duran. Gets him down 1-2, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out with a high four-seamer. There we go. Way to go, Duran. Nice strikeout there of a very tough hitter. Look at this replay. our closer just goes, all right, I'm going to challenge you with a high fastball, and you can't catch up. And now we have 2 men out and a man on third, so it's going to take a 2-out hit to tie this game. Stowers overmatched on that one, and that'll bring in Lopez. 0 for 3 tonight, hitless in the series so far. Here's a ground ball to first. McVeigh's got it. He races to the bag, and there we go. The Nationals survive a late rally, win Game 2, 3-2. Take a 2-0 lead here in the World Series. McClanahan had a great start. Offense did just enough. Bullpen held on for dear life at the end, got the job done. And we did exactly what we wanted, get that 2-0 lead. Anderson didn't pitch too poorly, but McClanahan pitched better. Eli with a couple of doubles. And Vinny with a big home run. And there we go. Mission accomplished. Now we go to Seattle. Just need 2 wins in those 3 games. Win the World Series. McClanahan 3-0. Duran with his 4th save here in the postseason. Take a look at this box score. 2 hits for Rodriguez. They had 9 hits. Looks like Otto was the only one that didn't have a hit in the game. No walks allowed. They hit 3 doubles and a home run. Anderson, like I said, not bad. Made him throw a lot of pitches. Taylor comes in, gives up another run. That's 3 he's allowed so far in the series. Up on over to our side. 2 hits for Langford. 2 hits for Willits. Doubles by Langford. 3 in the game. 2 by Willits, 1 by Langford. Vinny with another home run. McClanahan, a great start. 7 Ks, no walks, 1 run allowed. Varland gives up 1 late, but Duran comes in and slams the door with a 4-out save. He gives us a 2-0 lead. Wow, that was an exciting game. What a finish to that one. And big win there for the Nats as they win both games at home to start the World Series. They have now won 8 straight games and won the last 2 games against Arizona, swept LA, and win the first 2 games here. They are on a roll. And now we shift back to Seattle for the middle 3. That's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. If you are, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode goes live, which will be our middle 3 trip to Seattle. Hey, we're up 2-0. Can we get 2 more wins there and not have to come back for a Game 6? Cross your fingers. You guys take care and go Nats.